Can I?
No, he won't do it.
Oh, he won't. Maybe he cannot. Why not?
I think I get earlier. He doesn't speak this way.
Is this your normal training environment? Here? No? Well, you can do it at a drop. If your dog can do this here, I don't see why you can't. However, I want you to notice that when you first tried, your dog said no. Right? Your dog left you. And you called your dog back. And because your dog is cooperative and obedient, he comes back. Whether he wants to or not, he comes back. And the problem with calling him back is it takes his choice away. That's when I would just step on the leash and say, let me know when you're bored. Eventually, he decided you weren't asking him to do anything. He's a little fearful, not a lot. He's a 1 fearful, not a 10 fearful. But he's got some environmental concerns. He's not sure where he's at. So, fine, whatever. You can walk around, gotcha. But the standing still and the bringing it out for 3 seconds and putting it away, that got his attention. Because now he's like, well, he usually just does that forever, and she just gets more and more intense. The problem with getting more intense is it's frightening. And, you know, if somebody's not interested in doing something, generally hopping up and down and getting intense isn't the answer. Taking it away as an option is the answer, because then you start to pay attention. And you have very good natural use of attention. So you were very good at being still and then snap and then go to wwork. And pretty quickly he was like, what's going to happen? Especially the last one, where he actually wanted to throw. Did you see him back up? No. But I want to. That's his default.
He likes to
Yeah, okay. He likes to pound. He does. So in a safe place, you can do both. You can do a few throws to relax him if that's acceptable where you're at. And then when he comes back, a little bit of chase, get, tap, throw, and work your way in. I actually do think that dog will play pretty nice for you in public. But be careful about letting the toy sit out there, and you know. And when we very first started, your dog came up into your space, into your face. Do you remember that? That is what's called social submission. And on some level, that's the dog's way of saying, I'm not sure I'm ready to play right now, but I think you want me to do something, and that makes me worry, so please don't be mad at me. Are you going to be okay with me, even if I don't chase that toy? That is what the dog is saying. So when a dog actively avoids work, food, toys, and gets into your space, and there's often a grovelly quality to it. It's a little hard to explain. Often you see their teeth, and they go like that. Yeah. Clacking, submissive grinning, all of that is related to social submission, which has to do with, don't be mad at me, don't be mad at me. I'm a good dog. See, I'm a good dog. And they kind of get in your face, which is actually kind of irritating. And if you get down here, it's weird. It's an odd quality. It's a little hard to explain. When there's a toy present and a dog does that, I put the toy away immediately. Because in my opinion, the dog is trying very hard to calm me down. And it's telling me, oh, I'm not ready for all that intensity. Unfortunately, most people misread it, and they actually they try harder and harder, and it makes the dog more and more that way. And that's not a good state for a dog to be in. It's not a learning state. Right? It's not a confident state. It's a groveling state, for lack of a better word. I used to really misread that behavior. They're coming at your face, clacking at you, snapping at you, often biting clothes, spinning, barking, kinds of behaviors that are related. Jumping on you, it's very irritating. And I don't think it's often under the dog's conscious control. So traditionally people try to punish that out, but if you do, it will make it worse. Because the dog, if you punish it, the dog is already trying to say, see, I'm a good dog, I don't want you to be mad at me. Please don't be mad. And if you punish it, then they're even more worried about whether or not they're being good. And the reason it gets punished a lot is when a dog bites you, it hurts whether they're trying to hurt you or not. So when a dog does this kind of biting, this kind of, I'll explain that. Kind of, yeah, but it's like an intense thing, or they do it in your face a lot, or they'll clap at your face and sometimes they bite you. It's a submissive behavior, so if you punish it, it comes back worse. Because the dog, look what, you know where you're going to see it? Have you ever seen baby dogs with the mommy dog going for their face? Have you seen that behavior where they go with the mouth like this? That's social submission. And what does the mommy dog do? She goes like this. She doesn't like it. They don't like it. But they try to avoid. They never punish. They don't punish that behavior. They avoid it. So they try to get the puppies to leave them alone. They turn away. They hold their head up. But the puppies don't stop. They keep going in the face. Until the puppies have decided, okay, well, I guess she's not mad. But they don't ever punish it because it's recognized for what it is. It's a groveling behavior. And that's the very first steps of that behavior. I saw it. They're coming into her face, getting really close. That's a warning sign. So you handle it very well. Any questions about this stuff?
No, question about that.
Yeah?
I probably reacted to that